Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for the knee jerk live reaction stream. As you can see, Jordan isn't here right now. Is not. He's going to join us. Hopefully, later on. He's just having some technical issues with his computer, so hopefully he can join the stream in a bit. But for now, it's just me on the stream. So yeah, we're going to discuss Game Week 31, how it's gone, and also look ahead to Game Week 32, where I will be free hitting as well. So yeah, let's chat about Game Week 31, how it's gone. It's not been a great week, if I'm honest, so far. If you're taking a look at how I did. So in goal, I've got Edison. Unfortunately, Edison somehow managed to concede again. So we know Man City did play yesterday in that 3-1 win. And yeah, Man City did win pretty comfortably in the end. However, Iheanacho did score and wiped that clean sheet for Edison. And as you guys can see by my bench, I do have Kepa on there, who ended up getting a 6-pointer. So it's very frustrating that Edison concedes again. I don't think Edison's kept a clean sheet since the Palace win in Game Week 27. Moving on to the back three, Chilwell, who only ends up with that 1 point. Very annoying from Chilwell as well. And Chelsea, sorry, obviously Chelsea losing 2-1 to Brighton as well. And Chilwell ends up with 1 point due to that goals conceded. Estupiñán, again, no clean sheet for him after the 2-1 win for Brighton against Chelsea. Obviously, they were playing against each other. No attacking return for Estupiñán there as well. Moving on to Kieran Trippier. Trippier, who, you know, we saw that game. What a game. Aston Villa v Newcastle. Aston Villa 3-0 up. You know, 3-0 winners. Smashed Newcastle completely. I don't think no one saw that coming. So yeah, only the 1 point for Trippier. I thought Aston Villa were brilliant in that game. And yeah, Newcastle ended up obviously losing that one, and maybe a bit of a surprise to see them concede that many goals. Moving towards into the midfield, I have Solly March, who does pick up the assist for the goal, for one of the goals in that 2-1 victory against Chelsea, which was nice. Mitoma does blank with a 2-pointer, so not great there, but you know, they did win Brighton nonetheless. Moving on to Saka, where it gets a lot more frustrating as a Saka owner myself. We saw the Arsenal game today, a massive game in the title race where Arsenal are considered. However, Arsenal did draw 2-2 away from home to West Ham, and in a vital blow really for Arsenal's title challenge. Saka annoyingly misses a penalty to take it to take the score to 3-1. So it's 2-1 Arsenal. Saka gets a penalty. He puts it wide. You know, you can say it's a pressure probably got to him in that moment. So he sticks it wide, and literally 2 minutes later, Bowen goes down the other end and scores. So very frustrating as a Saka owner. I did sell Odegaard instead, and obviously that hasn't worked out because Saka has blanked ever since his 18-point haul in Game Week 28. Saka's blanked in every game since. So Saka potentially could be a sell very soon, I think. Maybe to someone like Mo Salah. We'll have to wait and see how Salah does perform in that fixture tomorrow against Leeds. So I think Saka to Salah is one I'm eyeing up myself. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes. Now, yeah, again, Fernandes blank. Only the 3 points due to the 1 point he got for the clean sheet in the Man United 2-0 win against Forest that we just saw that just finished. Yeah, Man United were pretty comfortable winning in the end. I thought Nottingham Forest had a few half chances, but nothing too crazy. Bruno Fernandes maybe should have scored in that first half. A header, free header, that he should have probably stuck it in the net. In the second half as well, I think he had a shot tipped onto the crossbar from Keylor Navas. Maybe Bruno could have had a return. So I think we are a bit unlucky as Bruno owners that, you know, another blank. I think that's now 6 blanks in a row for Bruno Fernandes. He hasn't got a return He hasn't got a return since game week 24, which was against Leicester in that game where he got the assist. So it's not been great, if I'm being honest, as a Bruno owner. Maybe a bit unlucky, people will say, but yeah, a bit frustrating, 100% with Bruno Fernandes. Moving on to the front three, Tony. Let's start with Tony. In that 2-0 loss to Wolves, wasn't great. Brentford didn't really see that one coming, where Wolves would keep a clean sheet against Brentford. I expected Brentford and Tony to score, to be fair, but yeah, nonetheless, it was a blank. And annoyingly, Tony's been very frustrating since that double game week. Last 2 game weeks, obviously missing that penalty as well last week as a Tony owner was very frustrating as well. Moving on to the man of the week, Ollie Watkins. Now, where do we start with Ollie Watkins? What a performance from Watkins and Aston Villa. For those that didn't watch the game, Newcastle's defense couldn't live with Watkins. I thought Watkins was also quite unlucky to not have more goals. Within the first minute of the match, kicking off, Watkins gets through one-on-one pretty much with a goalie and hits the post. Then he had another goal disallowed for offside. I thought it was slightly offside, so that was a correct call. But then he does go and score that goal. And then again, late on, he gets the second goal. And he also picked up the assist for one of the first goals for Jacob Ramsey. And he also picked up the 3 bonus points. So very, very nice return with a 16-pointer for Ollie Watkins. So yeah, very nice to hold him. I know Jordan obviously is not in the stream right now, but he was actually one of the ones that benched Watkins. So that was probably a big blow for him, obviously. But yeah, Watkins, what a transfer he's been since bringing him in. You know, he just scored pretty much every single week. And yeah, what a move he's been for those that do hold Ollie Watkins. And I think he's been a great, a great move. And I think that was one of the best striker performances I've seen from Ollie Watkins, especially this season. I thought, yeah, and Aston Villa looking very good. Emery, what a job he's doing with them as well. So yeah, very good to see. And then finally moving on to Erling Haaland, who does what he does, which is score a bunch of goals. 2 goals against Leicester, subbed off at halftime as well to reserve and rest him for the upcoming games that Man City do have. So 2 goals and the 3 bonus points for Haaland. Obviously, he's my captain, so he gets 24 points. So very nice to see there as well. But yeah, that is now 32 goals for Haaland. He has now equaled Mo Salah's record for the most goals in a 38-game season, which is very nice to see. For what Haaland's doing in his first season in the Premier League, it's a bit scary with the amount of goals he scored. But yeah, look, Haaland could hit 40. I think Haaland's going to be my captain pretty much every game week from now. Obviously, apart from next week when he does blank. On the bench, as you can see, I had Kepa. Annoyingly, he conceded 2 goals, but yet still got 6-pointer due to his 9 saves with the bonus points he picked up as well. So he did actually outscore Edison in the end. Luke Shaw didn't play, still injured. Botman picks up that 1-pointer after the 3-0 loss to Villa. And then Rashford, we know who's still injured and didn't take part today in that win for Man United. So all in all, I am currently on 59 points. And Liverpool still to play tomorrow against Leeds. But I don't have any Liverpool players, so hopefully they don't hurt the rank too much. And currently my rank is, just checking, 344k. So it is a very small green arrow, up from 357k. So about a 8k green arrow. So it is what it is. Not, at least it's a green arrow. And I was just glad that it was a green arrow in the end, especially because I don't own Martinelli and Odegaard, who did score an assist today. So yeah, ended up with a green arrow, very small one, but hopefully Liverpool don't punish me too much tomorrow. Got Kawanda in the chat, says, good evening, lads. 58 points with Trent to go. Yeah, I'm on 59 all out. Obviously, I don't have any Liverpool assets to play. Lewis, do I sell Saka for either Eze, Benrahma, Elise, or Bowen? Well, looking at Saka, if I'm being honest, I probably want to hold Saka for another week at least, because obviously there's a blank game week and he's got Aston Villa. Sorry, not Aston Villa. He's got Southampton at home. And I do expect Arsenal to bounce back. After the 2 disappointing draws for Arsenal, they are now lagging behind in terms of the initiative in the title race. I know they're still top, but Man City will gain confidence from that. But look, Arsenal need to bounce back, and Southampton at home is a great fixture for them to get back to winning ways. And if I was a Saka owner, which I am, I'd be looking to hold him, especially with the blank game week and navigating that. So I wouldn't be selling Saka yet. I'd give him another week, see how he does against Southampton, and then ahead of Man City, I'd probably sell him for someone like a Mo Salah if you can. Moving on to another question from Lewis. So I'm on 65 points with Salah still to play. So yeah, you're in a good position then, Lewis. I have a midfield of Salah, Mitoma, Saka, Martinelli, and Grealish. Who do I sell? Well, in the blank game week, I'd actually want to keep Saka because he's got a nice fixture against Southampton, who are struggling. So I wouldn't want to sell either Saka or Martinelli when they've got Southampton to come next. And obviously Salah's got a decent fixture in that blank as well. So you're in a pretty good position, I'd say, Lewis. So I wouldn't want to sell either, really. I think Saka and Martinelli, you'd want to move one of them on after this week. Definitely, I'd be looking to sell one of them. Maybe a Saka after this game week, after game week 32, I should say. But yeah, it's been a bit of a strange game week. As you can see from my team, everyone pretty much blanked apart from Haaland and Watkins. Obviously, March did get the assist for that 5-pointer, but no clean sheets. We were debating who to start: Chilwell, Estupiñán, Botman, maybe even Luke Shaw if he was fit. They all ended up getting nothing really, blanks all around. Saka very disappointing with that penalty miss. Would have helped me in terms of that getting that green arrow because a lot of managers have sold Saka by now. So if he did convert that penalty, it would have been a lot of a bigger green arrow for me, but it wasn't to be. Bruno again, I think was quite unlucky that he didn't return. Tony obviously missing that penalty last week, but can't complain too much. It is a green arrow, and I am going to free hit in game week 32, so I'm quite happy about that. Because as you guys can see from my team, should go on pick team. You can see I've got a lot of blank players. I've only got 5 playing players for game week 32, so my free hit will be active. I will be free hitting. If you guys want to see a video on the best free hit team for game week 32, let us know in the chat. I'll probably drop a video midweek. But yeah, free hit. I have to decide what I'm going to play for free hit. I think triple Liverpool is going to be locked. I think triple Arsenal as well is going to be obvious. I think the free hit team will be pretty similar across managers. I don't think there's much to go different in. Maybe goalkeepers will be a bit different. Kuanda, which goalkeeper is worth buying since Ward is not playing? But I like Edison. I know Edison has a blank in game week 32, but after the blank, Arsenal, okay, could be a bit tough. But then he's got Fulham away, which is a decent fixture, you'd say. I know Edison hasn't been great, but it is a double game week. 34 Fulham and West Ham. You'd expect at least one clean sheet there, and then after that, Leeds, Everton, where you can see clean sheets for Man City, Chelsea, Brentford, and another double to come with Brighton. So I do like Edison for the end of the season. But look, he has been very frustrating. I know for owners that have held him for a long time, and even me bringing him in this week, conceding against Leicester, which we were hoping that he can keep a clean sheet in that one, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, I like Edison. I might start planning my free hit team soon. Obviously, it is blank game week 32. So I think a lot of managers with the free hits will be planning. I don't think there's much. I think it'll be quite an obvious team. I think it is quite an obvious team what people are going to select this game week. If you are free hitting in the chat, let us know. Actually, be interested to see how many of you are free hitting. I might actually bring up my screen. So bear with me for a sec, guys. I'm going to quickly show you guys FPL Planner, which is FPL.team. As you guys can see, I do have a bunch of players that won't have a fixture, so free hit will be active. And let's just quickly plan what the plan is in terms of free hit. Let us know your suggestions as well in the chat who I should be looking to bring in into my free hit team. So this is Game Week 32. Salah 100% will be in my free hit team against Nottingham Forest at home. Obviously, Nottingham Forest have just lost 2-0 to Manchester United. So I probably would want to have, triple Liverpool assets. I think Trent will probably come in the free hit draft. I think Watkins against Brentford, you probably keep now at this stage. So Haaland won't be in the team. I'll probably go with someone like Jesus. It's a bit surprising that he got subbed early today. Maybe that's a good thing ahead of Southampton. I think Jesus will be on my free hit. I think Martinelli or Odegaard, whoever you want to go for. I think I may go triple Arsenal attack, even though obviously they had a bit of a stuttering last 2 games, but they've got Southampton at home, so surely that is a comfortable win for Arsenal. Who else would we go for? I'm just looking at the fixtures. Just looking at the fixtures for Game Week 32. Arsenal v Southampton. Okay, triple Arsenal, definitely. You got Fulham, Leeds. You got Brentford, Villa. You got Palace, Everton. Maybe a Palace player. Maybe one Palace player has a bit of a differential. I don't know. Michael says, good evening, content creators right about now. I'm 50-50 like Lamar. Want to hold out till 34 whereby possible. But yeah, let us know in the chat, guys, if you are free hitting. And throw some suggestions in and maybe some differentials for Game Week 32 if you want to take a punt. I think Eze or Elise for Palace could be interesting. Looking at the fixtures, who really stands out? I'm not keen on that Newcastle Spurs game, if I'm being honest. I might have Trippier still against Tottenham. I might just keep him. Spurs didn't look great against Bournemouth. Bowen did score today. Maybe Bowen against Bournemouth as a punt will be low owned. Darwin. Would anyone go to Darwin against Forest? It's not as many great options, I don't think. I'll probably leave Watkins after his form. I probably wouldn't include Tony. Probably wouldn't have Tony against Villa. Who knows? Yeah, Michael Eze. Eze's a shout. Let's put Eze in for now. Estupiñán obviously will have to go. What goalie would you have? Who's more likely to keep a clean sheet? Maybe Pope against Pope's got Spurs, hasn't he? So that could be tough. I've got triple Liverpool already. Kind of Alisson. Kind of Ramsdale against Southampton. Don't know really. I mean, goalkeeper's going to be quite. Who do we go as a keeper? Maybe see the clean sheet odds and then decide a goalkeeper for Game Week 32. But the goalie options don't look that great. Who would the triple Liverpool asset be? Do you go Robertson? Possibly. Or Alisson? Or would you double up? Might go Robertson. Not sure. I think because he'll probably be low owned as well. Might get an assist. Playing the upside. Might go double Liverpool defense. Goalie is the one where maybe teams will differ in that sense. Yeah, Simi, Sunshine, Trent, Robbo, and Mo. Yeah, that's what I've gone with at the moment. It's just a goalie deciding who you want in goal. Leicester keeper, I'm not sure about Leicester, to be fair. Leicester got Wolves. Wolves just won 2-0 against Brentford as well. Maybe they're picking up a bit of form. Yeah, look, the goalie will probably decide later down the line. But other than that, the team looks like it's pretty set. Tony is one that I don't really want in my team, if I'm being honest. Probably rather have someone else. If anyone's got any other suggestions instead of Tony, but who would I go to? Maybe take a punt on someone like a. Would you go to a Palace striker or an Everton striker? Bowen is one that does interest me as a differential. He's got Bournemouth. Bournemouth, just beat Spurs 3-2. They do concede goals though, so could be a bit of a punt. Gakpo, I've not considered Gakpo if I'm honest. I want to see what Liverpool play lineup wise against the Leeds Monday night. If he starts, does he start Darwin? Diaz is back now. Jota's back. Obviously Liverpool have all attackers fit now. Firmino is still there, so they all take minutes of each other, and it's whether Gakpo is a bit of a rotation risk. Watkins, yeah, he's going to be in the team, I think, especially after his double brace. It's going to be hard for us to ignore him. Iheanacho, not considered him, to be fair. Everson or Johnston. Pope or Johnston. Palace goalkeeper. Possibly. Everton, can he keep a clean sheet against Everton? Could do. I don't know with the free hit. I'll have to think about it a bit more, but I think most of these, like Salah's going to be locked. Saka, Martinelli, Jesus are locked. Trent, Robbo locked. Trippier's probably going to be in the team. It's literally that one striker slot instead of Tony. And instead of Eze, you could go different rather than having an Eze in your team. You could have a Bowen. You could have Olise as well. I'll probably go Johnston. Solanke, I've not considered him, to be fair, but he did score, didn't he, the other week at home to West Ham. West Ham obviously getting a point against Arsenal today. I hope for low scoring game week because I'm free hitting in double game week 34. Yeah, look, fair enough. I've only got 5 playing players. So that's why I've decided to go for game week 32. Keeper is Steele. Striker Iheanacho. However, Watkins is the go-to, in my opinion. Well, Steele didn't even play in the last game, did he? For Brighton, I think he was injured or whatever. And obviously, Brighton don't have a fixture this week. I think most of this team is locked. It's just I've got to decide on the striker. Do we get Harry Kane in against Newcastle? I'm not sure anymore. Do we have any Spurs? I'm going without any Spurs assets at all. Obviously, Michael did mention Son is in form. Do we include someone like Son in the midfield? Don't know. I'm not keen on Spurs assets, if I'm being honest. Especially the way they performed against Bournemouth in that 3-2. How they lost that game was a bit mad. But taking a look at Son, he did score obviously against Bournemouth in a 9-pointer. He scored against Brighton as well. So 2 goals in 2 games. So yeah, you could say he's picked up a bit of form. Newcastle though Newcastle just conceded 3 goals though to Aston Villa. It is, as Johnny says, it's a bit of an unpredictable one. I don't really know how to call this one. It could be a score draw, like maybe like a 2-2. So they could make sense to go for Harry Kane because even though Spurs don't win in that one, they could still get points. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Are you going to have any Spurs on your free hit, or will you be avoiding them completely? Um, yeah, the free hit it doesn't look that great, really, if I'm being honest. Um, Other than that, I mean, Elise or Eze is the one I'll have to pick. Template is avoiding Spurs. Yeah, potentially having maybe Son is one that we could look to include at the differential because he's not going to be owned by the non-free hitters at all. Um, but double Liverpool defense is a bit of a differential if they can get a clean sheet against Forest. I think Jesus is a bit of a differential as well. Very low owned right now. Eze obviously is a low differential as well. Low owned. Other than that, it's pretty much a lot of managers will have Watkins, Martinelli, Saka. I think are quite popular now as well. Trippier, of course. But yeah, I mean, probably wait and see how Liverpool do tomorrow. If anything changes, maybe Darwin becomes an option. If Darwin scores a brace or something, he does something good tomorrow against Leeds, maybe we tear up Tony for Darwin and get rid of Robbo. That's the only other thing I could think about. But for now, it's probably not. It's probably not worth it bringing him in. Instead of a free hit, don't you want to take a -8 instead? Probably not, because if I take a -8, that will still only give me 7 players. Sorry, 8 players. It would give me 8 players. No, I'm not sure because I'll have to take out players like Mitoma, March, who I don't want to take out because I'm going to want them back in game week 34 for their double. So ideally, I don't want to sell anyone in my team because I'd want them back. I'd want Brighton back. I'd want Rashford back if he's fit. I'd want Haaland back, for example, for his double in 34. So yeah, I'm not considered a -8 because the players I take out, mainly Brighton, I'd want straight back. So yeah, I'm not considered that, to be fair. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna free hit. I'm pretty sure 100% on that. I don't see it changing unless something crazy happens, but yeah, I doubt it. Free hit will be activated. It's just building that team now. I've got time to think about it, but there's not really much to think about, really. I don't think most of it is locked. Like Jesus is one that I'm quite excited to own. I think him against Southampton could be a good like a good little pick. He's going to be low owned, especially with the people that don't have the free hit on active. But other than that, let's see how it goes. I don't expect Gameweek 32 to be too high scoring. I think Arsenal could score quite a few past Southampton. So that's going to be one to watch. Liverpool, we don't know what type of Liverpool we're going to get. Liverpool are very, very inconsistent, but it is a home game against Forest at Anfield. So I would expect Liverpool to turn up. And it could pay off having the triple Liverpool as a bit of a differential. Hopefully they can do well in that game. But look, Liverpool, they're such a weird team right now. And obviously Forest weren't great today against Manchester United. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let us know anyone in the chat. Captaincy as well, we've got to talk about quickly. Who would be captain this week? Salah against Forest, potentially. Maybe Jesus. Maybe an Arsenal player against Southampton. Johnny, Arsenal poor form and Saints fighting for staying might be another tricky game. I'm not sure. Yeah, look, Arsenal very disappointing today against West Ham. You'd expected them to win, but it was an away game. London derby as well. And Liverpool at Anfield is always going to be a tricky game, regardless of Liverpool's poor form. I do think Liverpool at Anfield is a tricky game, regardless. Nonetheless, though, even though Arsenal didn't win in the 2 games, they did score 4 goals in both those games. So I still think having the attacking players is still worth it. So you see Martinelli got an assist. Odegaard scored today. So even if they don't win the games, they should still get attacking returns. Arsenal, I still expect them to put 2 past Southampton. So it's worth having someone like a Jesus, I think, who's got high upside, low ownership on a free hit. As for me, anyway. I don't know if it'll be a tricky game. Southampton haven't impressed me at all this season. But look, it's a strange season. And what do we think about the title race, guys? Just off topic for a bit. Do we still think Arsenal win the league, or because I think City now? I think City win it now. I think today was a big. I think today was a big loss for Arsenal. Or loss, I say draw, but it feels like a loss. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, I think City will probably go on to win it now. Why Trippier to protect rank? Yeah, probably. I'd say probably to protect rank, if I'm being honest. He's going to be highly owned. Obviously, everyone's going to have him. And we know with Trippier, all it takes is that one assist, or even a win for Newcastle, which they can do. I know Newcastle lost 3-0, but they could bounce back quite easily and beat Tottenham with the way Tottenham are playing. So, yeah, it is probably to protect rank. And I don't see many other great options, really. When I look at the fixtures, I don't see much more. What other defender I'd really want? It's so hard to call the Gameweek 32 fixtures in terms of clean sheets. Yeah, I agree. Man City favourites now. I think, especially with that fixture at Etihad, Arsenal have to go to Etihad and not lose. I think it's going to be quite tough. I expect nothing but a City win in that, if I'm being honest. I can't see Arsenal going to Etihad and winning. But look, you never know. And Arsenal are still top as it stands. My team is almost the same as you. 2 differences. Moreno, Solanke in place of Trippier and Tony. Interesting. Solanke plays West Ham. Could be decent. For sure. So let's take a look at Solanke. I mean, Solanke's actually started returning recently, which is annoying because I was going to bring him into my team in the double game week 29. Obviously, Solanke did score in double game week 29 against Fulham, and he also scored, didn't he, against Tottenham, and got 2 assists. That lovely 15-pointer from Dominic Solanke. So is it knee jerky? Look, probably not. It could be worth going for Dominic Solanke on a free hit because not many managers will have him. You would think. His ownership's 2.3% as well. So, yeah, look, if you're on a free hit, then you want to take some punts as well. And Moreno, yeah, Aston Villa keeping clean sheets. Can they keep a clean sheet against Brentford? You can't rule it out the way they're playing. And obviously Brentford couldn't score past Wolves this week. So you never know. Moreno could be one that you go for, especially with his attacking threat. I think he got a 9-pointer this weekend. Raya, Trippier, Henry, Mings, Saka, Son, Jesus, Watkins, Haaland, Grealish, Shaw, Kepa, Mac, Alistair, Estrapinian. I think he means Mitoma. Incoming, -8. Long question to unpack. You're taking a -8. Gakpo, yeah, could be a good pick. But I do worry about his minutes, especially with Diaz now back and Nunes there, Jota there, Firmino there still. I think Eze could be a nice shout, or Elise mentioned. Yeah, definitely knee jerky. Going for maximum recency bias, going against Brentford and avoiding Newcastle Spurs game. Look, yeah, I still think Solanke could be decent. Yeah, I'm not sure about that Newcastle Spurs game because Newcastle currently sit in 4th place, I think. Just looking at the table. Newcastle are 4th and Spurs are 5th. Spurs have played 1 less, but are 3 points behind. So Spurs will look at it thinking, it's a top 4 rival and it's a big game for Spurs. If they can win, level on points with Newcastle, who are 4th, which is mad to think with how poor Spurs have been, that they could go level on points with Newcastle if they win next weekend. Also, just got to say, if you guys are just watching the stream, if you are enjoying the content, please make sure you smash that like button. All your likes are appreciated. That's all we'd ask for. Your likes, it helps support the channel and the growth. And also, if you are new around here, please consider subscribing as well to the YouTube channel. But look, yeah, Game Week 31 was a bit of a disappointment. I expected, to be fair, going into Game Week 31, I thought I might get a red arrow, just because of the way my team was set up. But I am on a small green, which I'm quite happy about. That could change quite easily if Salah goes and does a madness, and Liverpool. Obviously I don't have any Liverpool assets in my team, so that is a little worry tomorrow. But other than that, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. Hizami says you're alone today. Yeah, I am. For those that weren't in the stream early on, Jordan is having technical difficulties with his setup with his computer, so he should be back for the next stream. But yeah, just me streaming alone. Usually there is 2 of us for new subscribers or new watchers. But yeah, make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, as always. In regards to free hitting, it's not a great week in terms of nothing really stand out. But look, you never know. Maybe it is a bit of recency bias because Arsenal have drawn against West Ham. We're looking at it thinking, not as confident on them, but they can easily go smash Southampton 3-4-0, if we're being honest. Salah as well. We're a bit down on Liverpool right now. Obviously, they did have a pretty good performance in that second half against Arsenal. I thought they played really well, but Liverpool are a weird team, as I said. First half, they looked very poor against Arsenal. Subscribed. I am on 20k red at the moment, sitting at 225. All hopes on newly bought Salah. Sold Fernandes this week. Got away with it, really. Yeah, look, I'm on about 340k, I think. My rank 344k. Small green arrow. It's just been one of those seasons. It's probably been the worst season for me so far playing FPL when I've taken it seriously. Can I break into the top 100k? I believe I am. I don't know how many points I'm off 100k, but I still haven't given it up 100k. Obviously, we'll see though. I noticed you prefer Tony over Kane. To be fair, that's just because Tony will not be in my team. That's just stay on my screen for now. Tony, I don't think he will be in my team. It probably let's. Hello, sorry guys. I think my mic just turned off. What happened there? I was answering Hizami's question about Tony. Tony will not be in my team for sure. He's just in there for now. I don't know why he's in there. It's just because I'm still thinking about that spot. I'm still thinking about who I want in instead of him. Am I still muted? Let us know, guys. I should be fine. But yeah, I don't know what my mic got unplugged. But yeah, if you guys can hear me, let me know. But yeah, if I'm not getting Tony in, it probably will be Harry Kane. And then I'll just sell Rashford. Obviously, don't worry about the bench. I'll just get rid of these players and make up the funds. But look, Harry Kane, I'm not convinced with Harry Kane. I'm not convinced with Harry Kane, if I'm being honest, still. But saying that, Newcastle conceded 3 goals. The defense isn't looking as good, as strong as it was. Watkins managed to score 2. And he's one of those strikers, pure number 9. I thought he caused them all sorts of problems. Maybe I'm overlooking Kane. But maybe because I want to be different. A lot of people have Kane and going on a free hit. Kane is very highly owned. So where's the gain to be had on a free hit? But maybe I should maybe include Harry Kane. Can I even afford a cheap? Can I even afford this team? I'll have to wait and see because I might have to do some tinkering because I can't see my budget. But look, Harry Kane potentially. Tony, Trippier, Eze. These three spots are the differentials. Go with your gut. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Trippier probably will be in my team. Tony, I don't think will be. I just see how I fit the rest of the team in because of the budget. If I can get Kane in the team with Watkins and Jesus. Linus, Saka worth keeping. I still think Saka's worth keeping, personally, on a free hit. You could go to Odegaard, save a bit of money actually. Maybe you could go Odegaard. Doesn't it work? Hold on. Maybe Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus. Save a bit of money. And that allows me to fit Kane in. Yeah, Botman. Newcastle was struggling. I thought wasn't the greatest game at all. Yep, that's what I've just done. And yeah, it does solve the issue with the budget. But look, there's other ways around it as well. I could get rid of Robbo, etc. But Saka is on penalties. But we'll have to wait and see. Is he going to carry on being on penalties after today? Is Salah going to be on penalties after Salah has missed 2 in a row now? There should be, but that's the reason why I bought Saka in the first place, and I kept him ahead of Odegaard because he was on penalties, but he goes and misses, which is unlucky on my end because I ended up selling Odegaard instead, and obviously that hasn't paid off because Odegaard's outscored him ever since I sold him. By the way, I'm the guy without Haaland and Kane, but it's not that bad because I also have Bowen, Odegaard, Mings, Salah, and Trent to play. So really small red with Liverpool to play. Risky with going without Haaland, but Mings clean sheet, which is nice for you, I guess. Bowen scored, Odegaard scored, Salah and Trent to come. They've got leads. It could still pay off for you. Still could end up on the green. What's everyone's point for this Gameweek 31, and is Gameweek 32 going to be a high scoring one? Well, I'm on 59 all out, small green. I don't think 32 will be that high scoring. I don't know, personally. Do you know why Steele was dropped yesterday? Is he injured? That's what I thought, because he wasn't in the squad. Does anyone know, actually? I'm assuming he was injured. Yeah, he was injured. I thought he would be. I don't know how serious it is. I'm going to check if there's any news regarding his injury. It's not been confirmed, but apparently he has a slight injury. So yeah, he was left out for that. But if he should be back. Should be back in. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to wait and see in the De Zerbi's press conference. If you want Kane, you need to downgrade either Saka or Trippier. No way other around it. Your bench is already cheap. Yeah. I think Saka's the easy one to get rid of. I think Odegaard might actually be the better pick than him now. 58 with -4, Salah remaining. What's our thoughts tomorrow, guys, for Liverpool's game? I think it could be a tight game. I think on my predictions, I said 2-1 Liverpool. So yeah, I think Liverpool will get the job done. But look, Liverpool only have 3 wins away from home all season in the Premier League. So yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence on them. How do you rate Kepa moving forward? I sold him as a luxury transfer going into free hit and Gameweek 34. No, sorry, into free hit in Gameweek 32. Now I feel left out. How do I rate Kepa? To be fair, bring up his fixtures. I don't think I rate him that highly. I just think hold on, why isn't this working again? Kepa. He'll bring up his fixtures. He's got Brentford in 33. Which he could keep a clean sheet. Arsenal in 34. I don't see a clean sheet against Arsenal away. Bournemouth could be nice. Nottingham Forest. These 2 games you'd expect something. But, Kepa is getting save points and bonuses. So even though he conceded 2 goals against Brighton. See, Chelsea lost, didn't they? 2-1 to Brighton on the weekend. And Kepa still went away with a 6-pointer due to his saves and the bonus he picked up. So in that sense, he's not too bad picking up some bonuses. But look, I would rather have a different goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. He doesn't have any doubles coming up, really. I think they may have. Did Chelsea have a double in 37 coming up? I don't think. I think it was against City, wasn't it? I'm just checking. They have another. Yeah, they do have a double to be rescheduled with Man United. Sorry, Chelsea. But I don't see many clean sheets. They're blank in 32. Brentford, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Forest, Man City, Newcastle, Man United. Chelsea have some very tough games, and they're almost on 40 points as well. So they should be safe. But look, I'm just joking. But look, with Chelsea, no, I think I don't see many clean sheets for Chelsea in the coming weeks, if I'm being honest. They've got some decent fixtures in 34. Sorry, 35, Bournemouth, and then 36, Nottingham Forest. Apart from that, they're playing teams in the top 6 pretty much every game. They've got a horrible double as well. Man United is going to be, and Man City, I think, in that double game with 37. So not the greatest double. 3-1 Liverpool. Win, but probably no clean sheet. Yeah, I said 2-1 Liverpool. But maybe that is more hope. But Leeds just conceded 5 goals to a Roy Hodgson Crystal Palace. So you'd expect Liverpool to put in a performance. Welcome, Elliot. Welcome to the stream. Leeds go all out attack in the first half. Then they lose. Then they lose gas in the second half. If Liverpool don't concede in the first half, then Liverpool will win 3-4-0. Wow. Okay. I'll be very surprised if Liverpool put 3 or 4 past Leeds. With the way Liverpool's away form is right now. But look, who knows? But yeah, I probably are going to wrap the stream up here. It's been a pretty good stream. Thank you for all that have joined. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share the video on your socials as well if you can. It really helps support the channel as well. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll be back again. I'll be back again Tuesday for the transfer tips video, and then Thursday as well for team selection, and then I think Friday for deadline stream. I think it is a Friday deadline, so that should be interesting. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a great stream. I should take one more question. With Lampard in charge, do you agree James and Chilwell are no longer exciting assets? I agree. I think James and Chilwell, I think we've been a bit unlucky as Chilwell owners. He should have maybe had a goal or an assist in the odd game. But look, I think they are now looking to probably get rid of But yeah, that's it from me. We're back Tuesday. Hopefully Jordan will be joining me in that one. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you all had a good week as well in terms of the football. Hopefully you got a green arrow. And yeah, Liverpool leaves to come tomorrow. So all is not lost if you are on a red, if you've still got Liverpool assets. So yeah, take it easy. See you soon and peace out.